Hi, so the entrepreneur that I interviewed was Millburn of Busibee DayCare. She's also been my boss for the past 4 years, which has been a pleasure working with her. But it was really great because I'd never had this opportunity to really interview her like I did. So it was really good to kind of see where she started and how she ended up in the business that she is today. So, like I said, she runs a daycare. In Millburn, she runs it out of her home, which is nice because it's kind of different from the center-based daycares that there are a lot of. So she provides and watches kids and provides that service to parents while they work. So she got her start when about 30 years ago, when her daughter was about 1, and there were some people who needed their kids watched because the person that used to do it couldn't anymore. And so she said, yeah, sure, why not? So she took the funds from that and was able to get licensed and accredited as well, so that she could have a business out of her home. And she was able to find mentors and people to help her through the trainings that she went to. She did a lot of networking. She said she went to as many clubs as many places as she could, talked to people at classes, was involved with the state, and there were some different training programs and everything like that she was involved in. So she was able to talk to a bunch of different daycare providers who have also gone through the same thing, and that's something that she said that helped her a lot, especially when she is watching the kids and not necessarily, has that person there personally in her daycare, but that she can call them on the phone and ask and just be like, hey, I'm having this issue, or did you run into this, or this is what we're facing today, kind of how has your day been. And she said that bond with the different co-workers and people who also did trainings helped her a lot to kind of keep going and to do what she needed to. I would say her business is very successful today. It's 30 years later and she's still, she still has daycare, and it's just amazing how that through word of mouth is basically how she's able to get all her clientele, because the parents would recommend to their friends, say, hey, I have this daycare, I really love this person who's teaching my kids and watching my kids. And so a lot of people would come, and it would also be word of mouth from other daycare providers who didn't necessarily have a spot but knew that she had a spot and could fill. So some things that really impressed me were that she stressed the fact of knowing the laws and what legally you should be doing for your business, and to stay on top of the rules, and if you don't know them, learn them. That's something that she kind of ran into during the earlier years, and even some times she wasn't sure about a rule or if she was understanding it right, and so she would go to the people who who helped license her and stuff like that, so that she could find out and be like, oh, okay, so this is what I need to do, or this is what I need to change. Oh, I'm doing that right, kind of thing. So something that also really impressed me is her perseverance and her patience with kids and families. Not everybody has a good day, and with kids having big emotions and not knowing necessarily how to express them, she really has the patience and love and understanding to keep moving forward. And I think that's something that's really helped her be successful, and even helps her be successful now. Something that she also mentioned was networking and spreading word of mouth, and I think that those are the things that I can definitely apply to my business, is that networking, finding those mentors that I need to, knowing the laws, and just having patience and perseverance and keeping going even though things are kind of crazy. So that's what I learned from my interview, and thank you so much.